Hello, hello, people.
It's
We
been a
are,
couple of weeks.
yes, it has been a couple of
uh,
weeks, and we should be live on Facebook on Shonky. Um,
Praying to God
so,
it's finally worked. I mean, both of us have done the same thing to to make a live video on it, so at least one of those should be working.
well, that's what I'm hoping for because at the moment I can't see a live feed, and yeah, for some reason the live feed is not wanting to play ball, so
Oh, bugger, not again.
so
Oh,
it's doing it
whatever.
again. Oh well,
Uh,
it is
this
what
is
it
what
is.
happens when you get two people that are technologically stupid
Yes, that is right.
trying to, trying to
How has
organize
your
something.
week been?
Oh, shit. My week's been all right. It's been
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Yeah,
yeah.
learning new stuff at work constantly.
That seems, yeah, because of your new role now. So how's
Hmm.
that going?
It's good. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's
Yeah,
so much better than traffic control. It beats the shit out of standing out in the elements.
oh,
Um,
100%. Now, the
like
only reason I asked that as well is because how many potholes have you come across while driving that you think, oh, gee, main road should probably fix that?
lots of them.
Lots of them.
So
Well,
many. It's not even funny.
we had a bit of a dilemma last week. We managed to avoid the potholes there on Mandra Road.
Mm, mm,
However, we had a big drama with massive drama with one of our roads with potholes in it. It had 15 cars lined up after hitting the pothole.
mm.
Main roads were aware of it. However, they decided not to do anything until a week later. And then, obviously, the morning of the 15 cars lining up, they've now
Yeah.
got a bunch, and I mean a bunch of emails for compensation because there's 15 cars that blew out their tires. Mate of mine blew out two of his tires on the Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was a very big thing. It's so weird that main roads would wait right until something severely goes wrong before they go, oh, we should probably fix that problem. It's ridiculous. It's almost as bad as what our road on Paganoni is, where you've got
Yeah.
this massive dip in on Paganoni. So every vehicle that goes through the lights, you can only get maybe three or four cars through those lights because you've got to go slow over this dip, and it's
Mm,
right in
mm.
the middle of the traffic lights. And you would think main roads, after 15 years of knowing about it, would fix that problem because it's been there for as long as I've known,
Yeah.
and I was a kid, and that road was a problem. So yeah,
I don't know how it goes. I mean, these government bodies, they hear all these problems and they just don't care. They don't seem to
yeah,
care
hundred
about it.
percent. No, they don't. Can you hear Ryan or not? No? Okay. So live feed for some reason only works for the person that's doing the live and will only work for the person actually who's live, which is very weird.
Okay.
So
Oh well,
we
whatever.
cannot
Anyone who
use.
anyone who wants to hear my beautiful voice can listen in on Tuesday morning when this goes up.
That's it. So if they want to join our live, chuck up a. I've put a post up on our Shonky page. So if you want to join the live, have a chat, listen to
Mm,
us, jump and click onto that link that I have there.
yeah, and you can
Uh,
join us in the studio here in on Riverside.
yes, 100%. Sorry, I just had double talking going through my ears at the same time then because I'm trying to delete the live video. Apparently, our Riverside link doesn't work at the moment either.
Oh my God,
What
does
is going
anything
on?
work?
Nothing is
These
going on.
computers hate us, seriously.
We, when they click onto it, it goes to rolling out the red carpet, and then you've got to go into Riverside, download Riverside. What is going on? They, for some reason, can't join our live. Very
This
weird.
is the weirdest thing.
So I'm just going to go live on Facebook so people can write questions, and then
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
see it pop up, just put a comment or something in there to say that you can hear it. So I'm going to
Mm.
recreate
I do have a
this.
live going here. I just don't. Mine's still running,
Yeah, for
but
some
for
reason, your live is not showing on Shonky,
uh,
which
well,
is very weird. You would think it would show up, but it doesn't.
it doesn't. Let's see. Stream.
These are all these
Stream
technical
settings.
difficulties we get through, people, and we have no idea what's going on, why things have changed the way they have. Because it used to work where you could just invite people to your chat, and
Yeah.
that would be it. You'd be fine. Now you try and do it, and it's like jumping through 9,000 hoops to try and get it. You just can't.
Oh, now all of a sudden you need something called a stream key, and you need a USI. Oh, wait, is it a
Yeah,
USI?
yeah, some sort of
Stream
stream
URL,
key.
some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too difficult. My brain is pickled today. It's a Sunday. I had a rough night last night.
Yes, as I heard from your message, I thought you were just having a late night at work. So it turns out you weren't just having a late night. How was the party?
It was good. A lot of fun. Bunch of people I haven't caught up with in a couple of years. And I had a couple too many drinks and ended up falling over at the train station.
You fell over at the train station.
I
That is
did.
funny. I love that. Oh, I love that.
I thought I was walking in a straight line. Apparently, I wasn't. And I
It was very clear
sort of
that clearly you were not walking in a straight line.
no, because I apparently walked horizontally um, off the. I sort of staggered across the bus platform and fell off it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's insane. So whose party was it?
It was my mate Rob's birthday party.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So a nice, was it his 21st or something like
We'll say it was his 21st. It was probably his
that? 201st.
15th, 21st in a row.
So it was a good night then.
Yeah, the night was going pretty tamely until someone brought out the peanut butter liqueur, and then it
Oh,
all
that
went
was
to
it.
hell after that.
Game over after that point.
Yep.
Alrighty. We are going to go live on Shonky, and we're going to have the live feed going on in there so people can look at that.
Yeah, man, that's all good.
Let's have a look at that. I'll see us going live.
I really
Right.
don't understand why it doesn't share audio from the computer as well.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't.
the screen.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's just the screen, which
It's
doesn't
Mark
make sense at all.
Mark Zuckerberg trying his very best to be a dictator.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Alrighty. We should be 100% live now. Again.
Sweet as 100% live. We're up on Riverside. We're up on Twitch. We're up on anything but TikTok.
Yeah, for some reason, even TikTok's harder now to
TikTok's
getting
always
stricter with everything, which is
they're
ridiculous.
absolutely a pain in the ass. Like, why can't they just accept the stream key and move on with life? Not TikTok. TikTok's like, no, the only way you can do a live stream on TikTok is if you download this special app, and even then we'll make it as difficult as fuck
To
to join
handle with.
things up to it.
Yeah, that seems to be the way of it at the moment. So
Yeah.
I'm just having a look through our Facebook. We now have 6.2 thousand members on Shonky Traffic Controllers.
Hey, that's not a bad effort.
It's not bad at all. And to mention to people, if you're going to invite your mates to the page, make sure they answer all the questions, because otherwise we've got to go through and remove them, because we want people to understand that there is rules to the page. And I have already banned quite a few people just because they're mouthing off to other admins or disrespect other members, or they just don't know how to talk to people and they think the way that they're talking to people is fine. Like the attitude is shit house. So I just block them, remove all their posts
Mm.
and future accounts.
What is with people online and just thinking that everything is an attack against them and feeling like they have to attack everyone?
Oh,
It's not.
100%.
Let's all have a civilized conversation. It's not an attack.
Yeah. I think people have forgotten how to be civilized.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
problem. I don't think they understand how to be civilized anymore. So it's
They should go and get
it's
their club
annoying.
back out of the garage.
Yeah, it's annoying because I don't want to have to ban people. I would rather, people enjoy themselves, have a good laugh.
Hmm.
You are going to get caught if you are shonky at setting up a traffic site. You're going to get called out for it. That's just the way it is. We won't
Oh
remove a
man.
post unless we have to.
Yeah.
However, if you abuse an admin or a moderator on our page, you're automatically just going to get banned.
I
So,
mean, like, why? You can see the word admin written next to our name, or in your case, the word moderator,
mm,
or page creator, whatever it is. I mean, you should know. Obviously, if you abuse one of us, the ban hammer is coming down, and it's going to come down swiftly.
yeah, 100%. Um,
But
I'm just
well,
going to end this live on
no, that's okay.
Facebook because for
Um,
some reason it's doing the same thing again
well,
where it's not
you
working.
know what?
So
You know what? We
I'm
need to
closing it
hire.
off.
We need to hire a more tech savvy producer than
We do.
than
We
ourselves.
actually, if you are skilled enough to understand Facebook, know how to get us to do a live without, so you can hear both myself and Ryan. I've ended the live now.
Essentially, what Swagman's saying is, if you can set this shit up
And
better than
on
us,
Ryan's, we can hear Ryan, but she can't hear me
let us
now.
know. Maybe we'll figure out a way to pay you to do it too.
Yes, we are looking for someone that is very
Might
tech
slip you.
savvy.
Just it's just a one time setup. That's all we need.
Yeah, just help us understand where we're going wrong with
You
these
know,
live feeds
we'll
because it'd
slip
be
you
nice to.
$50 or something.
Oh, 100%. All we
Yeah.
want to do is add a live. So when we do go live, delete video, return to group. That way it is set up and ready to go. But for some reason, Facebook won't let me add Ryan into the chat. So you're just gonna have to join us in the Riverside Live.
Yeah. And there's nothing
And
wrong with that. Riverside's
we
all
are
right.
live. We are live. Live on Riverside. Come join us. There we go.
But in
Post
the
is up.
meantime, I believe you had a couple of topics actually you wanted to bring up today.
Yeah, well, the main issue that I want to bring up is the issue with main roads. I don't understand with these potholes that are going on around Mandurah, Rockingham, all that. It's the blame game
Yeah.
is what's happening, and main roads will say, "Oh, it's a council problem." Council say it's a main roads problem.
Mm.
This week alone, they had 15 cars hit a pothole that we had hit the week prior, and we were lucky enough not to puncture a tire. We ran over it. It was quite
Oh
small.
yeah.
Obviously, with the heavy rain, it made it a lot bigger. Um, so main roads came out, done a patch job, and then a couple of days later came out and done a road closure on it to do a full patch strip. So then it was obviously there was a lot of issues. So it was a brand new patch there. But even on Paganoni Road, what we've got is this dip, right? So you come up to Paganoni, turning right off Mandurah Road into Paganoni, and there's a good sized dip there.
Yep.
No
Yep.
V8s, no low vehicles, no vintage vehicles that are low to the ground can use Paganoni because of this dip, because otherwise you're just going to scrape the paint off the bottom of your car. So
Yep.
people try to avoid using Paganoni and go the long way around to the freeway, but they need to do something about it. I got a generic email back saying we've sent it off to the regional area that handles this, but it's been like that for 15 years. And you can only get probably 3 or 4 cars through those lights because of how slow everyone goes
Yep.
over
Yep.
this dip, because you go down and then you go up and over it, sort of thing. Instead of just going around like normal, you've literally got to go really slow. Otherwise, you just do too much damage to your car. So the lights
No,
end up
100%.
changing after 3 or 4 cars because everyone's going slow over this dip. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time before there's a major incident. And the thing is, somebody will end up suing main roads over it because they've known about it for 15 odd years. Easy. It was
And
like that when I
that's
was
when they will
15.
do something about it. They'll only do
Exactly.
something about it they know that doing nothing is going to cost them money.
Oh, 100%. Like, you would think after all the money we pay to upkeep our roads that
Yeah,
they would actually upkeep the roads, but it just seems that until somebody complains about it, they won't do anything. Even if
yeah,
they see
yeah.
it while they're not working, they go, "Oh, I should note this down so we can fix that pothole that's over there now that I know it's there." No, they don't. They just wait for someone to
Mm.
complain about it, and then they go, "Okay, we'll get somebody onto that." Like, instead of thinking out the
It's like,
box and
oh,
fixing
now
the
we'll fix
problem
about that.
before something
Yeah,
severe happens.
now we'll fix that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no.
And it's stupid. It's
They don't get onto it before something bad happens. They get onto it after
Yeah,
something bad
exactly
happens.
right. And it's annoying. It is highly annoying, because people are damaging their vehicles, and then main
Mm.
roads just play dumb. Well, that's not our problem. That's just Mother Nature. Well, no, Mother Nature created a problem that you knew about that you didn't fix until you were good and ready. That is the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, the thing is, they are not the ones that are going to be spending a day off work while their car sits in the shop getting its tires fixed.
Well, exactly. No, the government pays for all their vehicles. Government pays for their tires, servicing.
Yeah.
And when I say government, um, yeah, it comes out of the main roads kitty, which
I
the
mean,
taxpayer pays for.
if
So
you're
it's
a
our money that they're wasting on their vehicles, but they won't use the money to maintain roads. They just want to sit around underneath the bridge and do nothing until they're called away to do something. So
yeah, like trolls.
yeah, I don't know if they do the same over there. Where you know those emergency vehicles. We've got main roads. I'm sure you've got like Vic roads or something like that, New South Wales.
We've got what do they call them here? The Roads and Maritime Service (RMS).
Yeah, RMS, and they kind of just sit on the freeway, and when an accident happens, they'll turn up to it, sort of thing.
Yeah, if that.
If yeah, well, we've got that over here. So we've got what's called the Main Roads Emergency Response Team, and they'll turn up either in the TMA or the van. So if there's a
Mm,
crash or a breakdown, they actually turn up and make it safe for everyone, which they do a great job. Uh,
yeah,
but when there's nothing on, they'll go sit and hide underneath a bridge and wait for something to happen. But even those people could turn around and make notes of all the dramas and potholes or things that need fixed up. But it just seems nothing happens until someone complains.
yeah,
Um,
or until someone dies.
yeah, or someone dies, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we'll get onto that. We'll fix that problem."
Mm, mm,
And the other issue we've got is with local councils. Now,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what it's like over there in Sydney, but maybe you can enlighten our viewers. Um, Over here, we've got a 3 bin in our suburb. Now, without
Mm,
consultation or even
mm.
asking the public of Rockingham or any of the constituents of Rockingham, would you agree to a fortnightly pickup of general waste?
Yeah,
They just decided to implement that and
but
just go,
you.
oh, we're just going to implement a once a fortnight of picking up your general waste. Now,
Well,
if it
then
was
they
a
can
standard
give
size,
you a second general waste bin in that case, because I don't know about you, but my general waste bin takes a week to fill.
well, ours is about 3 days and it's full.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
our bins are not like your standard green bins. They're these tiny red bins, which are
yep,
almost like sporting, like something you'd put your sports goods into type size bin. Like if you ran a sporting facility, you get a bunch of these small bins to put soccer
yeah.
balls,
It's
cones, or whatever in.
mine's about the same. It's like
It's tiny.
maybe 2/3 of the size of a normal bin.
Oh, 100%. And
It's
our yellow bin and green
significantly
bin are
smaller
full
than the yellow
size.
and
Like
green bin. Yeah,
our yellow bin is this big giant red or yellow giant bin,
yeah.
and then the green one is your standard size green bin. Yet the red one, which is general waste, is so tiny. And I
Mm,
complained to the council about it, and they said, "Oh well, we're trialing it. It's something that the states implemented, so we've passed it on." I was like, "Well, no, you voted on it. You
well,
in the house voted on it. You didn't ask
yeah.
any of us if we wanted it because everyone's saying they don't want it." And I told this lady, all that's
Mm,
going to happen now is people are going to use their yellow bin and green bin for general waste now. So
yep,
you've actually
yep.
created a bigger problem than fixing the problem. And what they're trying to do is force people to buy a second red bin, which the
Yeah.
lady insisted was not what they were trying to do. They're trying to get
Mm.
people to think about how much waste they're putting into landfill. Well, the recycling goes to landfill because we don't have a recycling plant over here and we're overstocked with all the recycling gear that we can't store it. So it ends up in landfill anyway.
Well, the weird thing is, right? I don't know whether I know the way these people think, right? Their way of thinking is, if we give you a smaller bin, you're going to throw out less stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if we collect the garbage less often, you'll throw out even less stuff. Well, that's not how it works. Most households will generate the same amount of garbage, regardless of how small the bin is on how often it gets picked up.
Yep.
And all that's going to happen is that the garbage is going to mount up on these people's driveways if they are nice enough to not just go and throw it out on the street.
I reckon eventually it's just going to turn up like America, where people are just going to get their garbage bags and just put them out on the verge side and wait for it to be collected by
Yeah,
the
I think so
garbage men.
too.
Like, I think that's the direction that it's heading. And you're going to
Mm.
have the old school garbage man coming up and slinging fucking bags of rubbish into the back of the garbage truck, because right now the way they've handled it is just it's not working.
Mm. Mm.
Certainly doesn't work for our household, and we're on the verge of having to pay for a second red bin, which I've told the missus we're not doing. We're not doing that. So
Yeah.
we're just going to jam it all in the red bin.
Well, like you
Let's
said,
see how we go, I guess.
you go through, you fill one red bin in about 3 days.
Well, that's it. And
I've
with a
got a
newborn, like
yeah,
imagine all the nappies that you're throwing out as well.
yeah,
So
yeah,
even
exactly.
with your nappy bin, you're filling up the nappy bin, but you have to empty the nappy bin. So you're putting all of that into the red bin anyway. So that was the other fight that I had with them. They turn around and go, "Oh, why don't you use a nappy bin?" Well, we are, but you fit what
Mm.
3, 4 nappies in that nappy bin, and it's full. So you've then got to swap out the nappy bin. Where does that
Yeah.
nappy bin go?
Well,
To the red
even so,
bin.
yeah, the nappy bin has to go to the red bin, and like even so, right? If you're like me and you've got a larger nappy bin, I've got a nappy bin that can fit about 50 nappies. At some point, that
It's going
nappy
to get
bin's going
empty.
to need to be thrown out, and then
Yeah.
guess what? That's going to take up half the fucking red bin by itself that week.
Yeah, well, there
So,
you go. So I don't understand the method behind their madness. They just seem to think that people are going to forget about general waste and just order takeouts or something. But
I
even
mean,
if they don't use their
what
general
do they
waste
think
and
we're
they
going to
go
do?
out,
Just live here in our own filth?
yeah, well, that's
No,
what I think. It's just forcing people. It's a cash grab, is what it is,
it is.
and they're
Yeah.
forcing people to have to get these red bins that nobody wants to have to pay for. But
Mm.
when you
And you
break it
know,
down, two
I
hundred
bet you
dollars
anything.
over the year, it's
Yeah.
still $200 more that you're paying on your rates. We're already paying $2,300 odd dollars in council rates
Mm,
every year,
mm.
and now they
Yeah.
want us to pay another $200 on top of it for a second red bin. It's like, well, no, just give
Yeah,
us a normal size bin.
I was just about to say, I bet you anything they are halving the amount of times they come and do your garbage pickup, but
Yeah.
they are not going to halve the amount that they charge for that service, are they?
Oh, 100%. So they're
Nah, fuck
basically
no.
money grabbing.
They
They're
are.
they're they're minimizing how many times they come around because it's cost effective.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually saving money by only coming once a fortnight now, but they're telling everybody, oh, but it's just an initiative to try and get people to think about general waste. No, it's cost cutting and it's a money grab. And if anything,
Mm-hmm.
you're charging more for a service you're now not providing because you only want to come around once a
I mean,
fortnight.
if
So you're actually
anything,
stealing
it's
the money that you've just increased from us.
if anything, it's just going to motivate me to mow my lawn more often because I'm going to start chucking that general waste in the green bin and then cover it with lawn clippings.
Which I'm almost certain everyone started doing. They've
More
started
than
using
likely.
their recycle bin and yellow bin, and I know for sure
Mm.
in our area, people have started doing that. They've started using their yellow and green bin for general waste because they're over it. People are
I
over
think that's a good
having
way
to
to
pay
protest
money.
as well. It's a
Oh,
good way to
100%.
protest because you know what's going to happen. Those green bins are going to go to the organics waste center,
Yep.
and those people there are going to have to go through all that garbage, and then guess who's going to start complaining?
I think
The
the lows
workers.
are the worker, and when the workers start to complain, then it ends up
Mhm.
back at the council onto another vote. They need to
Then
go
they
back to
listen. Well,
weekly.
actually, no, they
Yeah.
don't listen.
Well, I wouldn't say they
They'll take
listen. They
about
just
6 months to listen.
yeah, 6 months to listen, and then they'll go, okay, the
Mm.
trial didn't work. We stuffed this. We got it wrong, and we're going to go back to weekly collection. But they've recently hiked up the council rates this year as of the 1st of July.
Yep.
they hiked up the
Yep.
council rates. But then they
There
reduced
it is.
the
Yep.
service. So now they've increased the money into their pocket, but lessen the service that they're giving us. But then they go, oh, but we gave you a FOGO bin. Why?
Fuck's a FOGO bin.
FOGO is for food and organic things. So, your
Okay.
eggshells and your
Yep.
peels
Yep.
and
Yep.
all that sort of crap. And then where do you put it? It goes in the green bin. So
Yeah.
why say it's FOGO and then say, oh, but just chuck it in the green bin? They
But
came around and gave us this little
that's
tiny
where
white
most
bin.
of my garbage goes anyway.
Well, that's
Most
it.
of my not my garbage, sorry. That's where
Your offcuts.
most of my kitchen offcuts go anyway. I don't throw them in the garbage. I throw them in the green bin.
Yeah. Now, apparently, the council's argument is, oh, well, we'll just start finding people that decide to use the wrong coloured bin. Well, I think when it goes to court, people are going to say, but you increased our our council rates, and you provided a lesser service. You took a service away from us. And I think if that was to go to court and someone was to argue that, either the council will withdraw the fine, or they'll sit there and go, oh, but they should have used the right coloured bin. And I think it's going to take a court case before councils start to wake up and realise what they're doing is wrong, without asking the constituents, hey, we thought of this idea. What do you guys think about it? And have a vote on it.
I
They
mean,
just
it's like either give you a second red bin, or go back to collecting weekly. Preferably, you do both. In the case of like your case, obviously, it takes much less than a week to fill that red bin anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we got a newborn baby, so
yeah,
not only do we try and buy meals that we can just put into the oven, like without having to use a lot of cooking at the moment.
Yeah.
The only option we've got left is to buy a second red bin, which I plain out refuse to have to fork out another $200, $300
fucking dollars for a bin.
For a bin.
You know what? Go to Bunnings, get one of the generic looking bins they got there. Get a can of spray paint, and
You know what? I did
red
actually think
spray
of that,
paint.
but then on the side of our bins here, you've got a code, and on the other side of the bin, they've got City of Rockingham. So they actually know. So if that second red bin, and the drivers have a list as well. So the garbage people will have a list of who's got a second bin or not. And if there's a bin out there on the verge that's saying color red, and someone's done that idea, they'll just say not collecting, not a valid second bin. They put a giant sticker on the lid. So because my neighbor actually did that idea.
That sounds like it would take more time than just collecting the fucking bin in the first place.
Yeah, well, it's all money. It's just a money grab. That's all it really is.
It'd probably
it's the same
be
with
cheaper
main roads.
just to
They
collect
don't want
the
to
bin.
work. They just want to get out, come to the office, collect their paycheck, not really provide a service. Over here, there's been so many complaints about the main roads and what they're doing and what they're not doing, I should say, that it's got to a point of, there's going to be anarchy soon of fix the fucking roads, focus on the potholes and fix them before something more serious happens. But it's going to take something more serious to happen before anyone wakes the fuck up.
I have an idea. Why don't you take all that extra garbage and just shove it in the potholes?
Well, that is that actually could be an idea. No, what people do is they go to legally dumping. So we've got a team called Litter Busters, and they go around and pick up all the illegally dumped items. Now, they recently posted on the City of Rockingham's Facebook page, give us a call if you spot illegally dumped rubbish. And people started commenting, well, this is going to happen when you reduce a weekly general waste service to once a fortnight. And believe it or not, City of Rockingham have not responded to that. I put in a complaint about not only the potholes, but about this once a fortnight service. I will not receive a response. And if I do, it'll probably be your generic government response that you're always
Oh, yeah,
gonna get.
100%.
We hear what you're talking about. We validate it. We'll raise it with the correct department, and we'll get right onto it. No, you won't.
In about 3 years' time.
Yeah.
When the next election comes around.
It's taken you 15 years to solve one problem, and you still haven't solved it. So, and what have we got now? We've got a government that wants to create a racetrack. We've got a health department in crisis with ambulance ramping, not enough beds in the hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
Nurses are quitting their jobs and doctors are quitting their jobs because they're not paid enough. So they're just going on strike or quitting the job and going to somewhere where, another practice in another area where they do get paid more. Our government's response to that is we're going to build a racetrack and we're going to bring the NRL
This
to
is
Western Australia.
this is sort of like Caesar building the fucking Colosseum when all of his people were starving. It's like, oh, look at the right hand, so you can't see what the left hand's not doing.
Oh, 100%. And what's even worse is only 34% of Australia voted for Labor to go back into power.
Yeah, yeah.
And the only reason we have Albanese or Labor running the country at the moment with 94 seats is because of the preference voting. The independents, all the other deals that they done, back of house deals. I reckon what should be happening is if you don't get enough votes to make a seating, then it needs to go back to a vote.
Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be redone and go, right, we didn't get enough. We only got 34% of the votes. Who was second? Who got the highest votes if only 34% went there? So they start to do all these in-house deals to get the seats. And I reckon it's bullshit because, you've got One Nation now ramping up big time and everyone finally waking the fuck up.
Oh,
going,
shit. So many people are going to vote for One Nation next time around.
100%. And she got voted so many times at this election, but just didn't create enough to get enough seatings around to become PM or anything. But I think at one point, Australia will wake up and they will vote for One Nation. But what's happening is Anthony Albanese is bringing all the immigrants in and telling them you must vote for Labor at every election. So he's just bringing them in, approving and bringing them. And that's all he done before the election was start approving immigration to get more votes in.
Shit, where's my free citizenship for voting, huh?
Yeah, well, I'd like to know why you would bring people into a country when there's not enough housing. We don't have
we've got a housing problem as it is.
We've got a housing problem as it is. Don't have any rooms available. People are on all sorts of pages trying to go, who's got a spare bedroom, or I'm a single family man or a single family woman trying to support my kids and I can't support them with the current housing crisis, can't get a rental. Back when I was doing real estate, we struggled to find people to go into rentals that were, I wouldn't say good enough, but met the criteria to be able to obtain a rental, because there's so many criteria boxes you've got to hit to be approved for a rental. You've got to have income, and if you've got 5 people trying to fit into a 3-bedroom house, one, you're not going to get approved, and if you are, you're very lucky. But most people won't be approved for it. Now what's happening with real estate is they've got very few houses and about 50 to 100 people turning up to home opens on rentals. So they've got so many choices to pick from, and they're only going to choose the top tier people to be selected. So if you don't have a job, you're on Centrelink, even if you've got 2 people on Centrelink and you can afford the rent, they're going to choose someone that's working full-time,
of course,
has the right amount of people in it, and they're just going to go to the top of the list every single time. So, and one real estate I worked for here in Mandurah, and I won't mention the name of it, but they're no longer around anyway. This lady lived in a caravan park with her 3 kids, always paid her water on time, and they always paid the electricity on time, but they were living in a caravan park. So there's only small portions of water and I think and electricity that they had to pay for. Always on time. My boss turned around and said, "Oh no, she lives in a caravan park. We can't approve her." So I found that I ended up quitting over that because I found that to be it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's discrimination, really.
Discrimination, yeah.
Because you're placing people to the bottom of the ladder just because they lived in a caravan park, which is bullshit. So it's a struggle now for people to get rentals. yeah, and you've got to be employed basically to get a rental these days. So
Mm, mm.
I've got. Is that your Facebook in the background?
Yeah, sorry. I was just I was just double checking because that live video that I created has finally been uploaded as an actual video. Um, and I was just watching through it to see if I could hear you talking, and I couldn't really. But I'll watch it again later on and see if.
Is it on our
Um,
Facebook page?
no, it came up on mine. I think.
Yeah,
If I,
mine done the same. For some reason, it linked to my Facebook account. And I was like, what is going on?
yeah, no, because my mother-in-law liked it.
Yes, I'm looking at it now. I'm looking
Yeah.
at. Yeah, it's literally come onto your page. That's funny. There's two of them on there. It's
Okay, okay. So it didn't come up on. Wow, that's so weird. It didn't come up
yeah,
on Shunky. It came up on my own.
came up on that one. That's it. Well, what else has been going on in your neck of the woods? How is that new job of yours, bus driving? You're a couple of weeks into it now. You off probation yet?
Couple of weeks into it, and I'm not off probation until I'm 6 months deep.
Oh,
Um,
so you got a little while to go yet.
yeah, and even then, I've got to wait for the 1 year mark before I can access things like my annual leave and whatnot.
Yeah. And how much
Um,
easier is it compared to traffic control, just body wise, health wise?
Health wise, it's a lot easier on the body.
Mm.
It's a lot easier on my family as well because
You've got
even
more
though
income.
uh, it's a little bit more income, it's not a hell of a lot more income.
Yeah.
Um, but it's more to do with the fact that I'm home a lot more because um, my depot is 15 minutes away. And sure, a lot of times I work till like 8 o'clock or midnight,
Yeah.
but most of the time I'm starting after 12 p.m.
Yeah.
So
Which is great.
I'm home the whole morning.
Which means you
And
get to
then,
take your kids to school, might get to watch an assembly or whatever
yeah,
else as
yeah,
well. So
exactly, exactly.
it's more family friendly.
Mm. I get to spend more time with the baby because normally when I was doing traffic, I was waking up at like 4, leaving
Hmm.
at 5, um, hitting the road, work by 7, normally work till about 5 o'clock, come home, excuse me, come home at about 7 o'clock. And by then everyone's in bed. So it was
That's
like,
it.
I missed everyone all day. And to be honest, I just wasn't making all that much money anyway.
Well, that's
So,
why I ended up leaving traffic control myself. I had enough of all the politics of it. You weren't home a lot. You were bringing your work home with you most of the time, and then you'd have to leave early again as well in the morning. So you weren't
yeah,
really getting
yeah.
a lifestyle balance. So I actually left and I went back to FIFO, and people were going to go, "Oh, but FIFO is worse. You're away for 2 weeks at a time." Well, I was lucky enough to have an 8 and 6 roster,
But you're
so
away for 2 weeks at a time, but you're also home for like an entire week, maybe two.
exactly right. And you're only working 6 months of the year, earning
Mm,
150,
mm.
$200,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So to work half the year to earn that kind of money, it is hard. Um, Partners usually think it's like a brothel up there, but it's not. It's they just don't seem to understand the whole 14 hours, getting up at 4 a.m., going to shower, shit, and shave, and then you got to go eat, be on the bus by 5, and then you go to site and you have to do pre-start signing, blowing the bag, um, any
Yeah,
updates that are going on with the site. You'll find out from night shift handovers, all that sort of jazz. So it's pretty full on. And we've just had a chat from Eugene. Hello, how
yeah. I
you
was
doing
gonna say
tonight?
I'm gonna pop it up on the stream there. Eugene is a fan of mine that seems to have come over from YouTube.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, he was watching the live stream I was doing on Train Simulator just before I hopped on here. That's why I
Yeah,
said
right.
that's why I said I was going to be with you in about 15 minutes because I made this super ridiculous train
What
on the
train sim's
creator.
that?
Train Sim 5, just Train Sim World
Oh,
5.
I've got that as well. I wonder if I
Oh,
can.
okay. And
Yeah.
I made a train that was 50 of the BNSF diesel locomotives just linked
Oh,
together.
nice.
It's so stupid.
And how did that go
And
for you?
it did exactly what I wanted it to do, which was derail at an absolutely ridiculous speed.
Yeah, I done one of those as well on Train Sim 5. I had the electric train. I
Yeah,
made this
yeah.
long ass carriage, and then I just went, put it into gear, and just as it was starting to take off, I jumped off the train, and I just kept watching the train go around, getting faster and faster. Top speed, the train derails, and it's like, your train has derailed. Do you wish to restart? I was like,
Yes, yes, I
yes, yeah,
do.
yes, I do, because I want to do it again.
That was fun.
Yeah, what I hated about Train Sim 5 is it makes you do all the tutorial. Like, you have to go through the tutorial before you can actually just do your own thing,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
so annoying because you just want to get on there and just, start collecting passengers and derailing and just going, bye, people. No conductor on this train today. And then just watching it derail.
My son plays it as well, and I don't know how he managed to A, get past the tutorial, and B, also make the train move without actually going to the tutorial.
Yeah, that
So
and
I'm
that
pretty impressed by that.
I think it's just a bunch of button clicking and hoping for the best.
Yeah, but you got to click the buttons in the right order. Like you have to
Yeah,
take the brake off, you have to put the
break off, put the
reverser into forward, you have to put
yeah,
just the right amount of throttle on, and he figured it out all by himself without going to the
turn the cab
tutorial at
lights
all.
on, make sure the cab lights are not in reverse, make sure that the front
Yep,
lights,
yep, yep, yep,
all that
yep.
sort of jazz. Make sure your doors are closed, otherwise the train just for some reason doesn't want to move. So
Oh.
I make the train slightly start to move, and then I quickly open up the door and I jump off it. Which is, it's like a little hack. But then one time I'd done that, I also didn't manage to get it to derail, and it was going that quick. I had to restart it. I was like, okay, so we need to make this thing faster and longer, and switch the tracks so they collide with each other. That would be awesome. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up is I'm having surgery on my back as well. So
Yep, yep.
this week, Tuesday, I'm having back surgery, having a discectomy, which is them shaving down the disc that's sitting on my nerve, which is why I'm having a lot of pain, back problems at the moment. Again, which is a reason why I'm now fully retired. But I want to find out from other people, what injuries have you been getting from traffic control, FIFO, your line of work? At what point do you pull the pin to go, I can't do this anymore? And you either end up on workers' comp because of the injury, or do you just fight through the pain until it gets to a point where it's unbearable? Right.
And it
Now,
doesn't have to be a physical pain either. It can also be how your
mentally
job's affected
draining.
your life. Yeah,
Yeah.
mentally draining.
Family, all the issues you've had at home because of how your work's either been treating you or they don't. It's not a family work life balance. We want to find out from you people, find out your stories of what you guys have gone through.
We do.
Um, Good night. See you later, everybody. See you tomorrow night. Yes, we shall see you tomorrow
Well, I probably won't be recording this tomorrow night, but
night. You
Eugene,
can
you
listen to it
will
again on Spotify.
most likely see me on Train Sim World tomorrow night
Yeah, that's probably what he's talking about.
doing
100%.
something else ridiculous. But yeah, I think that's a great question to ask, and I'll put it up on the group later on.
And find out.
At what point did you go, this is no longer the job for me?
Yeah, and it might
This,
be your perfect job, like the job you've been striving to get for a
mm,
long
mm,
time, and it makes the decision even harder. That I don't want to leave the job because I love the job,
yeah,
but at
yeah,
the
yeah.
same time, you've got to leave the job because it's not the family work life balance anymore. All the pressure's got too much. So we'll find out. We'll put the question up on our Shonky Traffic Control page, and then we'll
Mm,
read out
mm.
all the stories. Now, if you want to be anonymous, you can message us, and you can even come live on our live stream if you want to tell your own story, and we'll give you some fancy name so no one knows who you are. And yeah, you can tell your story live.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say in that respect, and you more than most people will understand this one, Swagman. But how good are the air ride seats in trucks and buses?
Yes, pretty good. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Most of the
I've
time.
I've had some pretty shocking seats. Um,
Mm.
I remember being on a Moxie out on a work site where there was just you were just hitting the bottom constantly. It got so bad that we ended up tagging it out and just tagging the whole truck out and saying it's unusable because you're
Yeah,
just constantly
yeah,
hitting and bouncing on the bottom, regardless of how much air you'd put in.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and the other question I want to ask is, who's someone dodgy that you've worked with? um, like, and what I mean is either dodgy as in they're lazy at their job, they don't want to work, or they're just there to collect a paycheck type thing,
And
or
we
they
want to
just do
hear
things
about
at half-ass things.
the dodgy co-workers and the dodgy contractors.
Yes, they come on and they do a half-ass job. They don't really focus on the work that they're doing. Um, that's the other question I want to ask as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
see how we go with that one.
That's a good
Also, if you run
question.
a small business and you want a shout out, drop us a line and we'll give you a shout
Yeah,
out
please do.
on our radio station here at riverside.com.au.
We it's riverside.fm, by the way.
Oh, riverside.fm.
Riverside.fm. They really try to be like an actual radio station, don't they?
Yeah,
But
which
the
Mr.
the
Golden
the
Mike over
Mr.
there.
Well, I'm a lot like John Laws in many ways, but not the big way. Okay,
I've got to come over there to Campbelltown so we can do a live recording.
I'm gonna come over there to Mandurah so we can do a live recording. One
That would
day we
work
will
as
work it
well.
out. I
We've
will
got to work
hire.
it out.
I'll hire a Winnebago or something and do a cross
That's
country
it.
trip someday.
That's it.
But you know what would really help me out with that cross country trip
A lot of money.
is a lot of money, and what I'm about to talk about probably will cost a lot of money, but it's worth it. Um, the the 5 day meal bucket from On Track Meals.
Yes. On Track Meals is really good. I placed an order a couple of months ago
Yeah, yeah.
and got all the goodies in the mail the other week. And yeah, they're bloody amazing. I still like the mashed potato and pumpkin.
Oh, it's my favorite. My
The,
favorite.
the mashed potato pumpkin's pretty amazing. Can't beat it. And I think my cat is just throwing up all over the house. I can hear them throwing up. I don't know where they're
Well,
doing
we can't hear them.
it.
So it was really nice of you to share with us that it was happening.
I just started hearing this gagging throw up sounds. I was like, one of my cats are throwing up somewhere.
But let me tell you this: when they say they're going to make a good quality meal, they're not lying. Like Swagman and I have both tried them.
Yes,
Both
they're
tried
amazing.
the on track meals. They are fantastic. As somebody who um, loves their hot food, especially on track meals curries, they're not lying about that.
No,
They haven't bullshitted their way
they don't
into
skip.
just making a curry that sort of tastes bland or is hot
Mm,
for the sake of being hot. Their food is actually delicious, and I will never not sing their praises.
yeah,
Okay, and
they're
guess what?
amazing.
They're actually not paying us.
No,
We make a commission off the sales, so we know what we're selling. We've tried the food. We've bought the food for ourselves, and we will buy the food for ourselves again.
it is that good. Check it out. Type in the zone 10,
Yeah,
and that will give you a 10% at the checkout. And you can try the meals for yourself and let us know how you go. Now, we personally love them. Let
and
us know what you guys think when you try them out. And yeah, well,
I will be ordering some more in the near future because taking a full sized lunch box onto the bus just doesn't work. There's no real
no.
space to
And
store it.
I was going to say, I reckon the on track meals would now work perfectly for the bus when you pull up because you just add a bit of water and bang, hot meal on the
Yeah.
go.
I got to again correct you there. They don't say water; they say liquid.
Liquid. It could be any kind of liquid. I reckon you could probably use Gatorade at this point.
I think what they're trying to imply, because they supply the army as well, what they're trying to imply is that you can piss in the bag and cook your food in it.
Pretty much. I think that's where they're getting at it. I don't like like the idea of what it would taste like, but it will be steamy.
No, well, the food itself is vacuum packed, as you know,
Yeah,
so it's completely waterproof. None of the smell or flavor from the urine is going to get into the food, which is something I really like. And you've seen the packaging; it's very tough stuff as well.
it is. It is very tough. And yeah, I suppose peeing in the bag could work.
If you have to, but I
If you
mean,
had to, you
we're not
know,
in the army. There's probably going to be a water source nearby. Please use that. Don't go peeing in
yeah.
the bag just because I said so.
The other company I want to mention is as well.
Yeah.
It's called Weight Go. It's not Water Go. It's Weight Go. Um,
Mm.
it's actually a pretty awesome name. I won't lie. And what it is a water filtration system for your
Ah,
shower.
yeah. Okay.
Now I got two of these. So I've got one for
Mm.
my first bathroom and second bathroom. And I tell you what, my skin and everything, it actually works. So it's filtered all the harsh chemicals out of the water, the chlorine. My shower now doesn't get all that scummy sort of yellow. You know, you get that tinge of yellow after a while of using your shower into your tiles.
Yeah, the what do you call it? The lime scale.
Yes, I don't get any of that
No.
anymore in my shower. So that's
Nice.
completely
Okay.
stopped it altogether. So
Yeah.
check them out on Facebook, WATE Go. They're amazing.
Wait, go.
Wait Go. The other company I want to mention as well is HomeWise Solar Off Grid Systems. Speak to Steve. I've got his Facebook information up on a post there on Shonky Traffic Controllers. Jump on there, click on the link, and suss him out for
I
yourself.
mean, Swagman is joining us from his completely off the grid house.
Indeed, yes.
Completely battery powered, solar powered house. It's a
Exactly, and it's amazing.
fantastic setup.
And the best part is that he had so many financial options that we could pick from, so it made
Mm.
it even more viable to get it from him as well. We can track everything from the app. We can see what the battery's got at night time, the whole kit caboodle. So yeah,
Yeah.
speak to Steve, say Swagman sent you, which anyone on Shonky will know. My name is Corey. But Swagman is what Steve will know me as. If not, just say Corey from Shonky Traffic Controllers. He's the admin showing a picture of myself,
Mm.
and he'll look after you as well. Now, he does only do the Perth, Mandurah areas. So if you're in the eastern states, sorry, out of luck.
God damn it. No,
All
well,
right, guys.
all right.
That is. What have you got for us there,
No, I was
Cranky?
just gonna ask how long your actual battery setup would last. Like in an average night of use, how long would your power
I
go?
tend not to use it at night, but if I
Mm.
did, if I was only using one thing like the aircon, I could run it on low and pretty much get all the way to about 2, 3 a.m. before the battery
Yeah.
would run out. We usually wake up about 2, 3 o'clock to feed the baby anyway, so we'll turn the heating on at 3 o'clock, and by the
Yeah.
time the next morning comes around, there's still enough battery there, and the sun's come out and it's already charging the battery anyway. So then we wake
Yeah.
up to a nice warm house and no issues at all. Our last electricity bill that we got was a administration fee of $32.
Wow. Okay.
So because you've still got to pay the administration fee to Western Power over here. So
Yeah,
even though
yeah.
we're completely off grid, we still have to pay an admin fee, which is unfortunate, but is what it is.
It's better than my $300 bill I got recently.
Yes, we are so happy that we are no longer paying $400 bills. Now, if I didn't have that solar in there and we've just gone through winter, if I didn't have solar, my last bill would have been about $450, $550. So
Yeah.
$32 is what I paid.
I think in my case, my electricity bill for winter. Sorry, I'll combine energy, right? Because I have gas as well. So I will say my combined energy bill would have been about $600 or $700.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
fair amount. So and that's a big whack, especially with the cost of living the way it is at the moment. It is insane.
It is, yeah. Even if you break it down into weekly payments like what I do, it's
Mm.
still 30 $7 a week per service. So
Yeah, 100%.
that's $74 a week just on electricity and gas.
Electricity, yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's time everyone got a battery.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, get it.
Hey, well, if I wasn't renting, I'd do it.
Oh, 100%. You have to own your house to want to do it. Otherwise, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. But every house should have it.
Yeah, it works. It does pay for itself over time.
Mm.
So, yeah, if you've got the opportunity, people go grab it. The federal government grants there now. So, yeah, jump on board.
And talk your landlord into doing it.
Yeah, if you're renting,
Seriously.
try and talk to your landlord. Some landlords will be like, yeah, sure, no worries. All you got to do is ask. What's the worst they can say is no.
Most of them will see the light and go, "Hey, this will actually
Improve
increase the value of the property." So yeah, I'll do that.
100%. All right, guys, I've got to love and leave you. I've got to get these kids ready because we leave here about 3 o'clock to take the kids back.
Yeah, no worries.
But I will leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Cranky and see you next time on the next episode of Traffic Controllers Toolbox.
All right. Well, good night or good morning. In any case, if you're listening on Tuesday morning, which a lot of people don't, I can tell you that because I know what the stats are. But still, I shall abandon everyone as well. Thank you very much for listening. If you did listen. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye. Cranky out.